It is my pleasure to now introduce our guest speaker, Kieran Byrne. As Chief Digital Officer at One New Zealand, Kieran leads the company's network, IT, cybersecurity and wholesale businesses. Kieran joined Vodafone, which later became One New Zealand, in 2021. Initially, he led the technology commercial operations before becoming General Manager of Strategy and Transformation. He was later appointed a Director of the Rural Connectivity Group, a joint venture between New Zealand's 3 mobile network operators focused on improving connectivity in rural communities. Kieran graduated from the University of Canterbury with a Bachelor of Electrical Engineering and a Master of Engineering Management. He later went on to also earn an MBA. Assembled guests, please join me in welcoming Kieran to the lectern.
Tēnā koutou katoa, and congratulations to every graduate here today. It's a real privilege for me to be here today, and a genuine full circle moment. 20 years ago, I was sitting where you are, graduating from the University of Canterbury. Back then, I could not have predicted the path my career would take from that point forward. And it's worth remembering what 2006 actually looked like. There were no iPhones, there was no app store, cloud computing wasn't a thing, and AI was something we watched in movies, not something shaping decisions, products, and entire industries in real time. In just 20 years, the world has been completely reshaped. And in the course of your careers, it will be reshaped again multiple times. If there's one thing that I've learnt looking back, it's this. Having the perfect plan matters far less than having the right way of thinking. What studying at Canterbury gave me wasn't just technical knowledge. It gave me a toolkit, a way to break down hard problems, a willingness to sit with complexity a little longer than it's comfortable, the discipline to test assumptions, and the resilience to keep going when the first answer is wrong. Those traits turn out to matter far more than the specific discipline I started my career in. For me, my career began in power systems engineering at a small regional electricity utility in New Zealand. From there, I went on to manage large infrastructure projects in the Middle East. And later, I worked across Asia, Africa, and Australia as a management consultant. Today, I find myself in telecommunications as the Chief Technology Officer at One New Zealand, leading a technology function of 800 people and helping run a network that over 2 million Kiwis rely on every day to stay connected to the world. On paper, that looks like a series of big changes, but when I look back, there's a much more consistent story. At every stage, I've really just been doing the same thing, stepping into hard problems, learning fast, and doing everything I can to help build solutions that matter. And that's why the degree you're graduating with today matters so much. Your degree is not just a qualification in a field. It's proof that you've learned how to think, how to learn, and how to solve problems that don't come with neat instructions. And that matters because your careers will almost certainly not go exactly where you expect. Some of you will end up in fields closely related to what you've studied. Some of you will move into industries you're not even considering yet. Some of you will build companies, lead teams, shape public policy, or solve problems that don't even have names yet. And that's not a sign you're off track. That's just what modern careers look like. The world changes, technologies change, industries change. The people who thrive are not the ones who can predict everything perfectly. They're the ones who stay curious, keep learning, back themselves, and are prepared to take the occasional thoughtful risk. That's certainly been true in my career. I've often followed my gut. I've tried to stay a bit opportunistic. And more than once, I've found myself taking on challenges that others were running away from. Now, that can be a bit uncomfortable, but I've learnt that hard problems are often where the growth is. They're where you build capability. They're where you discover what you're really capable of. And importantly, they're often where you can create the most value. So my encouragement to you is this. Don't define yourselves too narrowly by your first job title. You're graduating as engineers, as data scientists, product designers, foresters, yes, but more fundamentally, you're graduating as problem solvers. And in this increasingly complex world, there are no shortages of problems worth solving. Whether in energy, in infrastructure, climate, geopolitics, health or technology. Your opportunity is to bring your skills to those challenges, to ask better questions, to make systems work better, to build things that are more resilient, more useful, more human, and that last. Because at the end of the day, leaving your mark on this world is not about having the most impressive sounding career. It's about using your capabilities in service of something bigger than yourself. It's about facing meaningful challenges and building something that outlasts you. And that starts with a mindset of lifelong learning. Your degree has given you a powerful foundation. Be proud of it. I certainly am. My education here at Canterbury was incredibly important in shaping the opportunities I've had and the person and leader I've become. But your education doesn't end today. In many ways, today is the day where it becomes your responsibility. So keep learning, stay curious, be willing to change your mind when evidence changes. Say yes to challenges that stretch you, and when you see a hard problem that matters, don't wait for someone else to solve it. Graduates, congratulations. You've earned this moment. I hope you remember it, you celebrate it, and you enjoy it. And then I hope you go out to the world with confidence, with humility and ambition, ready to solve problems, keep learning, and make your mark on the world. Ngā mihi nui, and congratulations.
Assembled guests, Chancellor Paul Whakarau, please join me once again in expressing our appreciation to our guest speaker, Kieran Byrne, for sharing his experience, for encouraging our graduates and inspiring all of us. Thank you.